Jonas Eidevall.
Let's do it.
Very, very, very disappointed individual. Abe, you asked him in the same press conference, way in the back, somewhere, what the message was post game, because it looked like he had something.
It got quiet. All the players kind of had got a really normal face after the. Also, very funny visual is just Kenza Dali did a jersey swap with someone, so it's just like all Wave players, and you see it's like, is that a Houston player in there? And it's like, oh no, that's Kenza Dali.
She didn't get the memo. She's celebrating.
No, I love jersey swaps. Don't get me wrong. I think people get really frustrated at jersey swaps and all that, but it's just funny when it's like the team looks all like upset over the way they played, and it looks like the coach is giving them a stern talking to. And you just see one in a different jersey, but I guess it wasn't a stern talking to. According to Jonas, during this press conference, he goes on to say that it was just pretty standard and explaining that they expect better out of themselves. But yeah, I mean, just poor performance defensively. And I don't want to say that the defense has earned it, but the defense has been good enough that I don't think you can say that's why this team lost this game. This team lost this game and lost the past 2 games, or not lost, but didn't perform well in the last 2 games because they couldn't score.
Look, we're at a point with San Diego Wave where they need to start keeping each other accountable. And I don't know if anybody's doing that. Kennedy Wesley, they have a standard that they keep talking about. Jonas keeps talking, we're not playing up to our standard. Kennedy Wesley's not playing up to that standard right now. She's been horrible at the center back position, and which it kills me to say because I really like how she plays, and I've held her up to a higher standard since the beginning of the season. I think Kenza Dali, Tony, you mentioned it during the game, like her confidence has dropped a little bit when it came to taking those shots, and it hasn't been looking great. Adriana Leon, I'm sorry, but you see her pre-warm-ups, and you're like, okay, you're able to shoot the ball. You're able to get the ball where it's supposed to go. Why isn't that happening during the game? Gia Corley hasn't been playing that great anymore, which she didn't start in this game. Like I don't know if it looks like it's a confidence thing.
Look, I don't know how San Diego Wave's human resource situation is this year, but I think they're going to need to go ahead and have some documentation and a possible counseling statement, a corrective action statement for Adriana Leon for a no-call, no-shows for the last couple games. Just nowhere to be seen. Like, there's just no offense, and there's issues. You like that?
No, I just talking about Wave in HR is not a good.
Yeah, no.
It was intended, because literally, like on a soccer stance, this is just how impotent this team has become, and this is how just dull this team has become. This used to be a sharp knife. This team used to be sharp. They used to be on it. They used to be. And what ended up happening is just like a knife. Like you use it. It does become dull. So you have to sharpen it from time to time. Yeah. But when you sharpen it and you lose some of those important parts, aka a Maria Sanchez, you become dull enough and you just become a little useless. And you try to put different things on there, but it's just not going to be the same until you forge it into whatever new thing it is. And I haven't seen this new San Diego Wave.
I honestly think that summer break killed their momentum.
The European
really killed their momentum, and I think it's so dumb that there's a whole month off in the season. Granted, that happens a lot in like European. I mean, Germany has a whole month off.
Copa America and Euros. It's probably like some of the biggest tournaments.
Yeah,
of these
so I mean, I get it, but that break killed their momentum, man.
Everybody had it though. Every team had it.
Yeah, but why only play 2 games during that time?
I mean,
I don't know.
They had tune-up games. Abe went to the boring San Diego Wave game of all time.
Those were the 2 only games against
the Utah Royals.
They should have had one each week.
Sure, but like, would that have made a difference?
I don't know.
Would that have really, had Okochukwu, Chiamaka?
She's out for the season. She's
out.
She's done. But again, like, would that have not kept her or somebody ready to go? What, Carusa?
Kennedy Wesley would have kept her a little more alive. McCaskill would have kept her a little more.
No, McCaskill cannot play more. She's exhausted. Like less minutes, less time, like less. I love the work.
She's playing well. Like you could see in her performances that it's like she's there. She's still doing her thing in the midfield.
But she just looks tired.
She's getting redlined
right now.
Yeah, I think everyone would agree with that. Her and Kenza Dali are just performing really well and trying to force things up there to the top, and just not been available. like you guys have said, all of these forwards used to have like a real chemistry about them, but it's just kind of disappeared at this point. I think it's probably just because the rest of the league has caught on and kind of respects the Wave a little bit more. Because looking at last season, if you watch the Wave, you really kind of other teams were like, yeah, we know what's going to happen. You love, yeah, and then
so laughable.
They came on to the scene this year. It's just a really like world beating team and really great up there with Kansas City. They played really well against Kansas City, and then now they're just not close to that.
The Danny Colaprico revenge game is probably the most successful revenge game that's happened against Wave.
I agree with that.
So out the gate, you just see some offense. Let me tell you. Let me give you a spoiler for
that was a great shot right there.
Great stops.
This game was a little different than the previous games for Wave because they did create the chances. It's just they could not finish, and that's been the story the past couple weeks for Wave. The goalkeeper,
great stop,
phenomenal.
Like,
that's the reason why she's the national team's goalkeeper.
Captain keeper versus captain keeper. Yeah.
You hated that.
What are they going to come into the midfield and argue a call because they're both captains? What a waste of an armband for both. Jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
yeah, like the offense was happening, right? And we have seen Wave get there, right? And that's been Jonas' saving grace because he says, well, guess what? We may not have scored in this tie, but we're creating these chances. The goals will come. The goals will come. And this is the game where you needed the goals to be there, but they just weren't. And it's instead of a celebration for Alex Morgan's retirement match, which, by the way, that's the reason why you had 15,000 plus to even begin with. In the stadium, at the end of the day, the gameplay just left a bitter taste in everybody's mouth. Just because what these players are capable of, and they look tired. We heard Jonas Eidevall during the midweek meet availability that they were focusing on fitness. Like there's a big focus on fitness for SanDiego Wave these last couple of weeks, which tells you, well, there's a lack of fitness. And whether that's getting beat into them, it has been hotter. If you really want to play the weather game, talking to you, right, like 80 whatever degrees and almost 90 at Snapdragon versus a 90 in Houston is completely different.
Oh yeah,
Houston, they were wearing jackets pre-match.
It's the same thing that Landon Donovan will tell us though, that their fitness wasn't there.
Yeah, and
I wonder why that's a thing, because that never came up when Casey Stoney was a coach. She never once mentioned how the fitness is not where it needs to be.
They also played like a different style where they weren't pressing as high and needing to kind of have that fitness. I think
a defensive-minded coach's definition of fitness will be different from a overall well-rounded coach. More, okay. I feel, even more somebody who's a little more attacking-minded, say like a Mikey Varas, where fitness defensively, like it worked. But even here, and Jonas said that like there's just too many mistakes that are happening. In or around SanDiego Wave, corners and any sort of attack just feel like it's leading to a whole bunch of nothing. Here, the editing team decided to put the same highlight again. Wait, no, it's not. It's
Trinity Armstrong. She's deadly in the box, man. Like this girl can jump and header the ball, and she scored a goal already doing that. Like I think she's an absolute must start every game.
It says a lot though that your two best chances were headers by your center backs.
I mean, it's a set piece. So
it's a set piece,
usually
but like
center backs, like that's where you want them. But I agree. Like it is terrible. And I mean, it's
sad.
On the defensive end, I can't blame Trinity Armstrong. I blame more Kennedy Wesley. She's supposed to be the leader in that back line. And I think that leadership role is a lot of pressure for her. I think she plays better when it's along McNabb, where she can take on that leadership. But once it's Wesley with Trinity Armstrong, I think like Wesley, that pressure gets to her.
There have been good games though with Kennedy, Wesley, and Armstrong together.
Against which team?
It's been a while.
This should have, on paper, this should have been a game that you win.
Yeah, Houston's been playing really well. They haven't lost since the break, since the long summer break. Houston came back firing really well. They haven't lost a match since then. So, but yeah, and then I think something important too was Kaylin Sheridan had some. She didn't really have that many saves today, but also I don't think this kind of loss was her fault at all.
No.
Like you could see her too, like getting into it with the back line after the second goal as well. I don't know if you guys caught that as well. Like she was having like a real good conversation with them after that, and it ended up not really meaning much. I mean, I guess it did mean more for the second half because defense was pretty good on the second half, right?
Yeah, they ended up fixing it a little bit, but it was too little, too late. Where you did fix the defensive aspect, but then you're committing a little bit too much to the front. And as Jonas said, they didn't commit numbers up front in the first half, which that disbalance in the game. Well, now you have to overcompensate by overloading the midfield and the front line, and you leave spaces for a counterattack. And in the style that Jonas Eidevall has implemented, then you know what? You're just hoping that your counterattack beats their counterattack at that point, and just the teams have figured it out. Just corner Cascarino, and you're not gonna really have to worry about SanDiego Wave at all. Haven't seen much of just the youngsters as well, and just right there, just walking into the small box, just all the time in the world. And granted, physically, SanDiego Wave were also being bodied everywhere. There were some calls that should have gone SanDiego Wave's way, a couple of cards that were certainly missed. But that's the game. That's the game to play. And Houston came and was taking advantage of everything that they were given. But there's just no urgency right there. Yep. Gets just walking in. That's unacceptable at any level. And Jonas admits that too.
I'll be honest. I think what Wave needs, I mean, obviously they need someone that can
a kick in the ass. They just got it. Yeah.
I love McCaskill, and I think she's been doing a great job at the 6. But I think we can all agree that she does better as a box-to-box midfielder, like not just staying on the defensive end. I think they honestly need a solid 6 that can help that back line that has experience, kind of like what the Neckman was that first season for SanDiego Wave. I think that's something that they're missing at the moment. And if you have that with McCaskill and Kensadali, like moving forward, or even McCaskill being able to rotate with either Corley or Kimi Ascanio or something like that, like I feel like that would help them out a lot better, because that backline is a mess.
Yeah, I mean, look, Philip says, well, Facer got caught ball watching, and what you're saying, right? That's supposed to be the answer to your question.
I mean, yeah,
she's supposed to be the one.
Experience.
Sure.
And also it's just NWSL experience. And I think this is where Jonas tried to take some of the blame, which I think some of the blame does belong on him as well for not preparing the players defensively for this type of thing, especially when you know that Houston's going to be like trying to do these like counterattacks and stuff. Like you got to be ready for that run inside the box. And the staff didn't really prepare them for that, even though it was pretty obvious at some point that this is what Houston was going.
Anytime your team doesn't win, the first one that should take ownership of that is the coach. And I'm glad that Jonas is the type of person that will take ownership of that loss. Because at the end of the day, it is on the coach. Like your players are playing your style. Granted, he can't go in there and try to shoot the ball for them. At the end of the day, all this back and forth inside the box, like they should be scoring those. And it was dreadful to watch. Like, there was that one play where the ball bounced inside the box, and I think this might be the play that you have right here.
Yeah,
you were furious in the press box, Tony, because that ball shouldn't have bounced there.
I don't like as a goalkeeper, like this. Just it gave me a soccer aneurysm. Like my blood boils for just the amount of times that. Okay, let's just go to the back to this play. Okay, play comes in inside of the box, low shot cross, good parry up the bottom. Good defensive line there. Ascanio can't get a shot on. Then the ball just bounces in the middle between 4 players. Okay, everybody just kind of watches, and it gets a second shot, and you shoot it directly at the humanity of people there. Granted, great positioning. Dash, again, played well. But it's these things where it's just like, this ball's just not crossing that line today. Like, it's just not. There were so many plays that were in or around the small box where there was a direct shot for SanDiego Wave, and it was either Dash parrying it. It was either them finding a way to clear it, and really, like, it's just unfortunate right there. Leon, okay, that's just a crashing play. She crashes into the goalkeeper. Boom. All right. But then normally right there, look how well she's being defended too. Like, Ascanio's not given an
Is that
inch.
Robbie right now?
Is
Robbie,
it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ascanio's back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's Robbie.
Oh, it's because the last I saw was Ascanio in. But yeah, so Robbie right there, not being able to make contact. Ball goes up.
But like, why doesn't Ascanio crash there?
Exactly.
I think that's
exactly because I think she's just kind of waiting for the ball to get parried or cleared out.
Yeah, no, the ball should have been cleared out. That's why she doesn't crash the box there.
Yeah.
Like that ball shouldn't have bounced there. Abe, I wanted to point something out that you kind of mentioned earlier, right? Like 5 shots on target for Wave this match. Trinity Armstrong had 3 of those.
Jeez.
And like Trinity Armstrong's a great player. That's why they decided to sign her out of like college. She's a good player. I'm glad they did get her. She's been important to that back line, I think. But it's just you need forwards to score these goals at a certain point. You can't rely on your center back to be able to do this, especially over the course of a long season. Once the strikers and wingers start scoring again, they can be a really good team. It just eventually needs to happen. Like Dudinha came into this game, and I think we all kind of expect, okay, here's the Brazilian that's going to bring a little bit more of be a firecracker on the front line, and I don't think she provided that this game just because it was just.
Do you guys think she's going to live up to that hype?
Sure, maybe not this season, maybe not right now, but there's nothing that I've seen that tells me otherwise. At least with Maria Sanchez, when she came in and she was struggling to score, you can see like, okay, it's going to happen. Dudinha still has those flashes, or like even a Cascarino. Cascarino came and you're like, there she is. Like, got it. Like, understood. This next play is just the embodiment of San Diego Wave this last weekend, or wherever when they just can't catch a break. This is just difficult to watch. If you're just Chiva, I think you went to the restroom for this one. I told you about this play. I'm glad they put in the highlights. But you're gonna see Dash again, just winning a counterattack. Good.
Colaprico with the pass.
Colaprico, great, beautiful tackle. That was amazing. Clean, gets the ball. All right, here we go. Like, sure, it wasn't a goal or anything, but the ball just giving.
Yeah,
like you do some of the mistakes that a
17-year-old center back is going to make. Like those mistakes are going to happen, but in a game like this where you're down to nothing, like making those mistakes just brings you that much like more down. Like
such an excellent tackle.
A great tackle.
That's so good.
At this point,
the
just
best.
Clear it out. I mean, yeah,
clear it out or do something. But again, that just kind of sums that up. Trinity, just and it hurt me. I'm just watching. But at this point, 2-0, you still think there's time. San Diego Wave is going to go ahead and have a spirited tie, 2-2. And then this play, there's a clearance there's a defensive clearance in San Diego Wave's own half by the opposition. Houston effectively has a defensive clearance. Right, where'd it go? Just defensive clearance right there.
A great pass from Colaprico. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, she got taken out too. That looked tough.
I mean, honestly, that's a type of midfielder that's Wave is missing. That type of six.
Actually, yeah. Jonas is like, hey, why don't we get her? But it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, this was rough. And
it's just rough to watch.
Kennedy Wesley getting beat again.
I think that was Pro Moroni. She got
elbowed in the face,
which face a little bit.
Yeah.
Incidental soccer incident. I would probably attribute that to she's running. She's a bit shorter than Saib, right? I think it was the one that scored. Yeah. Just things like that happen. Obviously, I don't think it was a foul or anything. Like it's just tough.
Look, this should have been a day of celebration. This should have been a San Diego Wave win, and they go on and lose this game 3-0.
They should have scored one. Make it 13.
Yeah,
you were saying it.
I was saying this is just an embarrassing performance, not only just because of the pomp and circumstance of the Alex Morgan jersey retirement, which I think is pretty cool. At first, I was a little bit questioning of it. Is it a kind of a money grab trying to sell tickets? But in doing the research and thinking about Alex Morgan's impact on not just the Wave, but women's soccer in general, soccer in the U.S., everything that she's meant to the sport, she deserves to have her number retired for somewhere. So I'm glad that the Wave were able to do this for her, but for the team itself to perform like that was just it was pretty embarrassing for the club, honestly. And
I will say the thing about this match and specifically and this Wave team, this result, it's like you said, it's embarrassing. And it almost I am curious why only 15,000 fans showed up. Like Alex Morgan's retirement game last season, that stadium was packed. It was what, 25,000?
It was like 25 or 26, yeah.
What has changed to the point that for now, for your San Diego goat, like the goat of San Diego, the fans don't show up for her? I don't know. I mean, there was a lot of...
I don't know if it's for her or if it's for the Wave, honestly. I think the Wave had so many things that happened last season that turned people off.
Yeah?
Like it surprised me how much people have known or talked to me that like don't really know about soccer or do know. They just know like, oh, there was that controversy with Jill Ellis. They fired the coach that everyone liked. Like, oh, Alex Morgan retired. What? Oh, they traded away the 2 good U.S. national team players. Like a lot of people were knowledgeable about that and just saw that and kind of were turned off, I think, to the club. And I know there's still so many people that support the club and do that. But I think the Wave did a lot to just hurt their reputation in town, honestly.
I'll tell you what, I mean, Alex Morgan has a lot of work to do. If her goal as part owner is to bring Wave back to
investor.
Okay, sorry.
That's just as she said during the pre-match.
She said owner.
Yeah,
she said owner.
She said owner.
Investor. That ownership group has a lot of work to do to win back the
What
fans.
ownership group? I haven't heard of them in a while.
I mean, whoever it is it an Alex Morgan the owner of the Wave?
I guess it is.
Yeah, my understanding, she's the owner of Wave right now.
She's an owner. She's also apparently from San Diego, California, aka Diamond Bar, California, which they did that a couple times, I think, yesterday.
Oh, you mean hometown starless Alex Morgan?
Yeah, Alex Morgan is not a hometown player, unfortunately. She's a Southern Californian player, yes, but Diamond Bar, California is much different than San Diego, California. Her husband is from Coronado. I googled that yesterday.
Yeah, he's from Coronado. TJ,
and she even said like he was the one that convinced her to like kind of make San Diego their home, which is I think really cool. And it's cool that she's gonna be around. I think she's gonna be going to a lot of games and stuff. But
wait, go back to the last comment. Something about Alex Morgan saying she's from here. Abe, you and I were talking about this post match.
Yeah, like literally what he was talking about right now.
Yeah, like sorry, I tuned out.
Literally what he was talking about right now. What is wrong with you? You have headphones.
So sorry. Where is she from again, Abe?
Diamond Bar, California.
Chiva. Okay.
It's okay. It happens.
I zoned out.
Too. Real quick on a point I wanted to make earlier that kind of lost. This game was on ESPN, big ESPN 2.
Yeah.
Like not ESPN 2. I mean, like
not the Ocho.
ESPN, the big 4 letters in sports on a Sunday night. This is a big deal. Obviously, it's opening weekend of American football, so people are going to be watching that. But there are plenty of people counter-programming. Talk about counter-programming. This is it right here.
Honestly.
And so many people probably went out of their way like, oh, hey, Alex, soccer? Sure, I'll click on this game. And then they see this kind of performance. It's just, it's not, it doesn't look good for the Wave. It doesn't look good for the league, honestly. Like, it's bad.
People must have been tired and exhausted from, I guess, sorry, producer, Mr. Mike. From seeing just the night before, just Trevor Hoffman just come in and just get the biggest pop in Petco Park history. From this night. And they're like, I can't take San Diego Wave. My sporting is just tapped out.
Who's a bigger San Diego goat, Hoffman or Morgan?
Hoffman played a couple more years in San Diego, I think. But her impact on sports and not just sports too.
How many
like
trophies
society,
did he bring to San Diego?
0. And her impact on society while fighting for equal pay with the women's national team is, I think, something that's so unquantifiable because like so many people, not just in soccer, like saw that and took that as their chance to fight for equal pay. And I think that was like, that's what her legacy, I think, is probably going to be, is that kind of activism and stuff. And I'm glad that they got to celebrate that yesterday. It was really cool to see so many people. Like, obviously it wasn't as like attended and huge as that retirement game, which is actually a year ago today. But
Mhm.
there were so many people there that were just appreciating what she's contributed to the game.
Post match, pre-match actually, she went over into just doing the rounds and signing for people. It's the Alex Morgan effect with what she, the aura that she carries with her, and just like this moment right here, like it just encapsulates just what the aura of Alex Morgan is. This family post match actually just happened to run into him in the elevator, and they drove from Idaho just specifically for this game to try to meet Alex Morgan. Had a cool sign. I emailed them this video. I'm like, hey, I have the video. Like, just here, keep this. It's really cool. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, the soccer verse was angry at San Diego Wave for some reason and decided you deserve a 3-0 tonight. And by the way, why not make this pre-match celebration? Like why make it post and even risk having what happened? Again, I'm not a professional in this space at all whatsoever, but I would have said just do a pre-match.
I'll tell you what,
get all the pyro out of the way. Less setup.
This Wave team is still third place.
Yeah, dude, they did such a good job at the beginning of the season that this kind of stretch of not really great results or performances is very overcomable. Like,
yeah, I mean,
third in the league. Obviously, they're a lot closer to the rest of the league now in terms of points. I think, like between them and Gotham, who are in like 7th place, is only 3 points. So things can change a lot for sure. They can definitely fall out of third in the league right now, but there's still definitely the opportunity to keep those top 3 spots and make Chiva's prediction accurate.
His upcoming match on Friday against Gotham can determine if they follow to third place all the way to 7th place.
7th place,
that's
really
incredible.
Yeah, because I mean, if Gotham beats Wave, they fall. I mean,
but then other
depending,
teams play
Orlando
each other
needs
as
to
well.
win, and Portland needs to win as well, or tie. And,
don't miss any of the action. Trust me, I'm not.
Yeah, we're watching a lot of NWSL. Spirit are playing really good right now too. And then I think the Wave plays
Armstrong is back.
Wave plays Spirit after Gotham, right?
I believe so.
It's a long way down for San Diego Wave. Like, yeah, it's looking good right now at third place, just mathematically speaking. But
they play Portland next.
If they keep
Portland's a good team too.
If they keep playing the way that they've been playing, not scoring, like it's going to be rough out there on the pitch. And I don't know what the answer is. Daniela Arias got her first minute, so a defender maybe is going to be the option here.
Definitely, I don't think I saw enough to form a proper analysis. I think someone in the press box asked me like, why isn't Arias playing more? And then I like kind of said like, oh well, they already have center backs and stuff. And then I was thinking to myself, it's not fair for me to have an analysis of her having never seen her play for the Wave. So we saw her a little bit, and I still don't think there's enough information to give an assessment on her play and why she's not getting more minutes.
Just like I'm no doctor and I can't assess what will come out as a probably longer than expected injury for one youngster, Melanie Barcenas, who is slated to be out for a couple of weeks. She appeared on the injury report pre-match. There was no...
And Kristen McNabb.
But for sure, at least Mel will be out for a set amount of weeks. We'll try to get more information on that.
Yeah. If you go searching hard enough, I think people can find it.
Yeah, no, it's out there. There's
why aren't we? I think we're.
I mean, it's up to you. It was you were the one that started it. So
I mean, I think I opened up social media and saw a player post, and you see in the background that Melanie Barcenas has it looked like Melanie Barcenas had a scooter next to her and her foot all
wrapped up.
So
yeah,
I mean,
that's indicative, not of just one of those knee scooters. It's not a Razor scooter. Let's clear it up.
Could be a fracture or something.
Could be. Again, I'm not.
I mean, I plan on asking.
I'm no doctor.
I plan on asking Jonas Eidevall about it in the midweek availability this week. It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I plan on asking him about it then, just because I think that's something interesting too. Melanie Barcenas has been that late game sub. Like if Melanie Barcenas comes into this game,
nothing changes.
You think nothing changes?
Nothing changes. This team is no better or worse with or without Melanie Barcenas. Maybe the threat of having a Melanie Barcenas potentially puts some thought into the opposing team's defensive reasoning, but there's nothing that's going to be different outside of a couple few step overs until seen otherwise.
Are you kidding me? Those step overs add like 2 minutes extra of highlights.
11 minutes of extra time in this match was absolutely disgusting.
I mean,
they should have done 13. You're right.
That's at that point might as well lean into the marketing of it.
Yeah, look, Wave played Gotham on Friday, then they faced Portland, then they faced back at home Orlando Pride with Ovalle, and now with Pride, who have not been playing that great lately, and then they faced the Spirit. So it's a tough schedule ahead for them.
It is going to be a Shaw revenge match here, unlike, again, the official NWSL website. Not at USD, which honestly would suit Wave better if they just moved back.
They sell at least like 10,000 a game. Like,
so
I don't think they should move back. Like USD is a great facility. Don't get me wrong, but
how about this? How about you move back to USD? Much like San Diego Loyal promised them to invest in the school and get them a new video board, you invest in infrastructure. You go ahead and build it out for a couple of more people to be in that stadium. Make it a good, cozy, you can close the other side and make it a good, cozy 8,000. Make that ticket available and start kind of building up. If you need to expand for whatever reason because you need a bigger venue, go ahead and rent Snapdragon Stadium. That's not out of the question. For any of those matches. And then on top of that, you pair yourself up with USD and say, you know what, we don't have a San Diego Wave 2 team. Let's go ahead and make a partnership with the USD women's soccer team and go ahead and have an avenue potentially to have some sort of pipeline for these young players to go ahead and come into this market. Because guess what? San Diego FC is also in the market of starting academies for young women here in San Diego. And you are literally a leg behind if you don't start soon in that space as well. Sorry.
I think that's interesting. I think they kind of use San Diego Surf as their pseudo academy right now, and they kind of just don't feel the need to like do their own investment at a certain point. Which,
how about this? San Diego Surf players invest in some of those, give them a scholarships partner, give a full ride for USD and to be able to play through there. And then you have select San Diego Surf girls coming in through that pipeline. You give them an education. You give them a full ride as a San Diego Wave sponsors them, and then see them out because the pipeline from college to NWSL is pretty cool.
Allowed, is that?
No, they can't be professionals, but much like CJ Fodry, like he can say, I'm going to go ahead and commit to USD.
To even know what's allowed anymore in the college NCAA
Yeah,
era now because of NIL. Like technically speaking, they could be like sponsored athletes and stuff like that. But
do you think Mel Big?
I don't think that's that'll happen though, just simply because of the way that like professional women's soccer is developing. It's kind of been trying to take the focus away from going to college. I mean, Trinity Armstrong went for like a year, but she was like 16 years old. And I mean, Melanie Barcenas came straight out of high school. Alyssa Thompson, Giselle Thompson, both came out of high school. Jordan Bugg as well went to Seattle from high school. So I don't know if there is that much emphasis on the college game, even though I think a lot of great players have come from the college game. I mean, look at what Stanford has created. I like your idea. I don't know if USD has enough space to truly like build up like that. Like I know right behind like the bleacher side, not the like the temporary side, the hill is like houses and stuff, so they can't really build that way. It's a cool idea though. There might be a way to do that.
Why not?
What do we think for this upcoming
She's a
match?
free agent after this year, so she can go where she pleases. Mel B, yeah. I mean, who knows? I don't know. They'll probably re-sign her, but
I don't think she'll leave San Diego.
But yeah. Also, to answer your question, I think with playback, or somebody about the curtains in the press box. Sometimes those things appear on the right side where the glass. Sometimes they appear, sometimes they don't. It wasn't anything special. It's just sometimes they forgot to roll them up.
They were close this time.
Yeah.
Wait, you were there?
Yeah. I mean, I don't pay attention.
You really don't. Abe was talking about this, literally the same thing. Hey, Abe, what do you think about?
Yeah.
But
oh, I have an idea. They should build a stadium at USD. Would you think that's a good idea, Tony?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Oh, were you saying
he was just talking about that?
Oh,
right
what?
now.
He was?
I got them beating Wave 2-1 on Friday.
Damn, a Jaden Shaw brace? That's crazy.
Sure, a penalty.
Brace. I don't think Jaden Shaw plays.
I think she's on the bench.
She'll be on the bench. She
gives a spirited a pre-match speech.
By the way, I forgot to ask you.
By the way.
What was your reaction seeing Joe Ellis on the big screen?
Oh, that was interesting.
Because of the city of San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, for context, they had Ali Krieger was like introducing these videos that they played on the screen, like commemorating Alex and stuff. And I think the second video they put up, it was a lot of former teammates and players and just people that have been around her just saying thank you and giving their messages of support and stuff. And, it was everyone. I mean, Naomi Girma said something, Jaden Shaw, Maria Sanchez, so many different U.S. Women's National Team players, Tobin Heath, Abby Wambach, so many different like legends, Shannon McMillan, and like Mayor Todd Gloria, I guess. And then here, let's play the Naomi Girma. I think we should play the starting from Girma to.
Yeah. Let's just
we can play.
Let's just play it. It's fine. Ooh. Honestly, what we're gonna see is better than anything that was presented on the field. Anyways,
and what an incredible accomplishment that literally only a handful of people get the opportunity to have, and there's no one more deserving than you.
You've played such a big role at the Wave from the start, and now you're playing a different role that's just as important.
Thank you for not only inspiring me, but continuing to push women's sports off the field.
I think she was in the boat already.
You have shown all of us what is possible as an athlete, as a woman, as a mother.
You're an amazing role model and leader, and I'm so grateful for the time that I had to be your teammate.
What an amazing end to a historic career. Thanks for all you've done for San Diego, for the Wave.
Okay, so in the stadium,
no, Mayor Todd Gloria's face is directly being tossed from seeing Jill Ellis, and that's his reaction. Like, oh, that was her. You know what this gives me? This gives me Kanye West with Mike Myers after the Katrinas, and said George Bush doesn't care about black people face, and Mayor Gloria's like, oh, all right, and now tossing it to.
Career. Thanks for all you've done for San Diego, for the Wave.
That really was Jill Ellis. Oh, okay. Hey.
What is she now? FIFA CFO?
She is the person that's not
COO? Or what is she?
she was like, "Oh, ese vato? No." What did the Mayor Todd Gloria say?
And now, your number 13 will be the first jersey retired in Wave history.
A little background. Oh, the enemy spoke on behalf. That's very interesting.
Real quick, in the stadium too, it was funny because like people, they show Naomi Graham on the screen, crowd goes crazy. They show Jaden Shaw, people are all cheering, and they showed Jill Ellis, and there was a like legitimate like murmur of like like, which is it's I mean it's crazy. I mean she did a lot. I mean with the national team, I think
she did a lot for Wave.
Yeah, but then
let me remind you, she was not a disgraced former Wave perfect. No, she left with the highest of regards according to team releases. So
yeah, and there's a lawsuit against her for not against her, against the Wave,
but the institution of
criticizing her leadership with the club.
But you know what? 12,000 people out of the 15,000 stayed. So. To celebrate Alex Morgan, and
3,000 left.
I mean, that's being generous. Just again, nothing of what the player said, nothing about what happened with Alex Morgan is untrue. Like there's literally no amount of letters and combinations of alphabets that can really put together the impact of Alex Morgan as a player, as an advocate, as anything you want to say, any superlative. She deserves it. Like she's one of the greatest of all time. Period. Doesn't change the fact that her team absolutely shit the bed with a 3-0 loss.
in both retirement.
What do you guys?
Both. She's just stop retiring. Stop retiring shit. For
to be
Alex
fair,
Morgan.
she helped on that one. She like missed the penalty. So
in the pre-match, I was talking to you guys like in the pre-match interview we had with Alex Morgan, and you can check that out. SanDiego.Futbol. I the devil in on my little shoulder was gnawing at me. It was like, ask her, hey Alex, do you still think about the penalty you missed last time you stepped foot on Snapdragon Stadium? I know I would. I would. Clearly I still am.
Oh, that would have been
been
phenomenal question. Actually,
journalism.
I tried to ask her if the Wave have facilities and stadiums in mind, but she kind of skirted around that one. She's very well media trained, so maybe I should have been a bit more direct. Honestly, I kind of regret that.
Are you going to build a stadium here?
I mean, I think it's fair question. That was one of the first things that was in the press release from new ownership when they came on for SanDiego, right? Which also previous owner.
There's new owners?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Vine Lightman Group, I believe, who bought the team from Ron Burkle, who would be in the news for much different things if he was still around. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I mean,
I'm catching up. I'm picking up man. What you're putting down.
Yeah. What do you guys think the score is going to be on Friday?
I was generous with a 0-0. Chamor.
But not for this upcoming one though.
I know. I was saying I was being very optimistic with I just like her facial expression as she's digesting what you're asking her.
That wasn't me. That was Fox 5.
Oh, okay. Fuck off then. I was very optimistic with that 0-0. I don't think I'm as optimistic because I was right. They weren't going to score. I think they'll score in a 1-1 tie. Until proven otherwise, I cannot select SanDiego Wave to win. There's nothing there.
We're all on a pretty bad run with our predictions for Wave right now.
Yeah, because we've been expecting them to score and we've been expecting to do something.
I had a 1-0. Oh, for this one?
Yeah.
2-1 Gotham win.
Okay, I'll say 2-0 Gotham win then.
I'm the optimist with the 1-1.
Yeah, no, you're being very optimistic. That was me.
I don't know if I think they don't score any goals.
I think they might get a penalty. Or like a random goal off a corner kick. I mean, their set pieces have been pretty good.
I mean, they did switch their corner kicks, which is something that
You caused that.
I mean, it's just coaches are completely fair, and I think it's normal for them to just get a little bit annoyed when you talk about specific tactical decisions because it's like, hey man, that's a secret, you know? And when I asked last week, like, hey, why do you guys take corner kicks like that? It didn't seem to work. I think then Jonas isn't gonna immediately be like, yeah, that didn't work. We're gonna change that up. But they probably looked at it in the midweek and were like, man,
that guy had a point.
yeah.
The Abraham Cepeda from what was the outlet?
All for 11.
I mean, that day it was SanDiego.Futbol, but yesterday it was. Okay, there we go. It was for all for
SanDiego.Futbol. Shout out All 411 for hiring our boy. Do it again, please.
Freelance. I'm free to lance for anyone.
Sir.
I knew you would like that one.
The highlight of the day was seeing Felipe and his wife walk
shout
over.
out Felipe.
Shout out. Give him a couple stickers. He has 3 bases.
Oh, cool.
And he shared a picture, and he's like, I have these 3. Which one should I put the sticker on? And there's 2, and then there's one in the middle. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give you 2 so you can put 2 on the outside ones because the middle one is a disgusting Manchester United one, and that one's not gonna get one. And I hope that sticker did not touch the red.
You should put it over the Manchester United sticker.
Yeah, no, right now it's a rough go. But anything else, SanDiego Wave? We did our predictions. No,
let's.
I mean, there's Gotham's. I think it's gonna be a good game.
You should sure.
Like Gotham's a really good team.
I just Come back to this clip. San Diego Wave are going to go in the first 15 minutes and they're going to have offense. They're going to control the game. They're going to control the pace. And it's going to be like, wow, San Diego Wave figured it out. They're not going to score. And then they're going to go ahead and have 30 minutes of Gotham going ahead and controlling the play. They're going to be good defensively. There's going to be a couple of physical just challenges. San Diego Wave is going to go ahead and just try to defend as much as they can. They're going to get scored on. Then it's going to be a back and forth for the last 5 minutes of the first half, and San Diego Wave is going to try to look their absolute best. They're going to get a shot off, and it's going to be like, oh my God, Ken Dali's going to have a look. The confidence is going to get blocked, and it's going to be, oh my God, okay. They're going to get the awesome pre-match halftime speech, and they're going to come back, and they're going to be guns ablaze, and that's exactly what they're going to do for the first 10 minutes, and they're going to get scored on 2-0, and then the next 10 minutes is going to be them trying to muster something up, trying to get the control of it. But then guess what? New players are going to come in the 75th minute because that's what's happened. People are tired, and then those players are going to try to get adjusted, and the Gotham players are like, you know what? We like the rhythm that we're having. They're just going to adjust. Boom, boom, boom. There's going to be a goal from San Diego Wave. That's 2-1. So my prediction is already gone. But that's pace by beat every single San Diego Wave game. And then either they win or they lose, or they tie. And literally that's the only 3 results in a soccer game. So Friday should be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Gotham scores in the first 5 minutes. Boom. All that goes to the
Jaden Shaw.
Somehow Wave win this game 4-1.
Why am I missing Casey Stoney's defense right now? Because it had Naomi Girma. That's why. That's why I miss it.
Very true. Very, very true.
The second sticker is going to go on the Wave FC guitar. Oh, yeah. It's a San Diego FC and a Wave FC guitar.
That's cool. Yeah. So he has a guitar for every team?
I believe so.
And Manchester United.
I mean, I'm sure he's a Man United fan.
No, that one's probably needs to go to the shop.
Oh.
Like the actual team.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.